All right, guys, as promised, I'm going to deliver to you in the next few minutes how to get more done in half the time. 5 major tips to getting more done in less time. Are you ready to get started? Because I am. Let's get started. All right, number one, time management is complete bullshit, right? You cannot manage time. I hate when people say you need to manage your time better. You cannot manage time. It's not possible. Time is just a container for you to put things into, right? What you need to manage is what you do with your time. You see, everyone has 86,400 seconds in one day. That's the same amount for every single person, right? How are you spending those seconds? Because you got to remember that time, once it passes, is lost forever. It's not like money. You can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So you got to prioritize and figure out where your time is going. All right, let's move on. Number one tip that really started to help me to get things done was plan out your day the night before, right? Today, I personally plan 2 weeks ahead of time, and I get an incredible amount of work done like this. I have a very specific process that I use. The night before, write it down, or Google Calendar. It works like magic. You need to externalize what it is that you need to get done. You cannot leave it in your head. You have to put it on paper or in some digital format that you are going to look at. That will save you so much time waking up and knowing exactly what you got to go do. Let's move on. Do the most important things first. You see, your willpower, it runs out. They've done studies on it. They've done numerous scientific studies on it. Willpower is not something that you can just call up. It is something that runs out like a battery. So you need to use your increased energy when you have it. And also make sure not to confuse what is urgent with what is important. There are two very different things. There's tons of things that are urgent in our life, but have no importance in our life and don't move us anywhere near to where we want to go. So you got to make sure that you make that distinction. Multitasking is even more bullshit, right? You cannot physically multitask. Your brain is actually switching from task 1 and task 2, or 1, 2, and 3, back to 4, each and every single time you switch what you're doing, right? This costs us what's called a cognitive switching penalty. You can lose up to 40% of your ability to do things because of switching. So, right, the resolution to this, the solution to this problem is to work on one thing and one thing only at a time, right? I know some of you are like, oh man, but I got to get more done. You're not getting more done. You're getting less done. It actually everything takes up to 6 times longer when you're doing more than one thing at once. You see, also, multitasking has been proven by the University of Sussex. There was a study that concluded that multitasking makes you dumber. You literally lose IQ points from multitasking. They've measured it with an MRI brain scan, and you actually lose brain mass in certain parts of your brain for people that are heavy multitaskers. All right, focus on the most important with time blocking. You know, I said to focus your time and work on one thing and prioritize what you're doing. This is a method of doing that. It's with time blocking, right? You set up 30 to 1 hour blocks of uninterrupted time, right? Your phone is on silent and out of sight. You cannot see the notification bar. You can't see the little light that dings if you have an iPhone. None of that. You need to close all your tabs on your computer. Leave nothing open except for what you need, right? Then I want you to take your kids and stick them in the closet, okay? I'm just kidding. Don't stick your kids in the closet. We don't need CPS cases. All right. The point is no distractions during your block of time while working on that one thing. And I want to add, say no to everything else during this block of time. You cannot help anyone, right? People have the tendency, when you're in the middle of a task that's really important for you to get done, they want to come and ask for your help. You got to say no. Tell them no. You don't have to say no in a rude way, but say, when I get done with this task, I will come and help you. It is not the end of the world. You do not need to stop what you're doing. You need to stay on task, right? You need to avoid that cognitive switching penalty, which costs you 40% of your day, right? That's why you can be super busy all day, doing all these different things, and then at the end of the day, you're like, I didn't get shit done. Nothing that I wanted to get done got done. And it's super frustrating, and you do the same thing the next day, right? This is the key to getting 2 times what you need done in half the time. You can actually work faster and cover way more ground with time blocking, right? To recap what I just delivered. Number 1, time management is bullshit. Manage your activities. Number 2, plan the night before. It gives you more freedom. You know what you got to do the next day. Number 3, most important first, make progress on what actually matters to you, and it moves you forward in your life and your goals and your business, right? Number 4, multitasking is bullshit, right? Stop thinking you can multitask. Do one thing at a time only and time block your time. Use focused time blocks. Move forward in your life and in your work. All right? So I hope that this was of value. If you want to see more, you want to learn more, I invite you to visit my blog at albertpolanco.com. All right, thanks. Have a freaking awesome day.